Cookie Movies is new, so don't forget to like and subscribe. With cultural commentary reminiscent to Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing and parallels to Mary and Joseph's biblical nativity journey, Elemental certainly set some high expectations. Those tones of cultural and racial tension plus biblical sacrifice kick off the story of Elemental, and they are subtly present throughout the whole film, but they fade to the background to make room for a more traditional love story, and it's a pretty doggone good love story. Though the movie never reaches the heights of heavyweights like WALL-E, Inside Out, or The Incredibles, Elemental is definitely in the upper half of Pixar's astounding catalog. In Element City, water, land, air, and fire are anthropomorphic organisms residing together in harmony. However, that harmony is a bit of a facade. Fire, because of the dangers it poses to the other elements, is loosely confined to a separate part of the city, Firetown. This is where Bernie and Cinder Lumen are beginning their new life as refugees, coming from a different land and speaking a different language. Starting with nothing, the young fire couple creates a small shop in Firetown. Through hard work and persistence, their shop, the Fireplace, has become a successful beacon of the community. Now their daughter Ember is nearing the age where she can take over the family business, that is, until trouble literally bursts into their lives. Water pipes break in the Fireplace, threatening both the family business as well as the whole community of Firetown. This is how Ember meets Wade, who happens to be water. Together, Ember and Wade put aside their differences to try to save the family's legacy while discovering they might not be so different after all. With Pixar, we can always expect an emotional roller coaster. And with Elemental, we get that ride. But we also get our first official romance from the acclaimed animation studio. And I mean romantic. Whether it's our lead couple gliding over the city in a makeshift hot air balloon, think Aladdin, or sneaking into an abandoned facility to gaze on something beautiful, think La La Land, Elemental is steamy, pun intended. Before that love story takes form, though, Elemental takes some time to establish the world we are about to experience. We see how the four elements exist in this community, but this exposition feels a bit clunky. The structure rings familiar and a bit forced, and I was apprehensive where the story was going to take us. However, that's when Ember and Wade begin their relationship. Ember's fiery temper is creating problems, but Wade's chill personality creates room for her to realize the roots of her personal struggles. Though they are figuratively and literally opposites, Ember and Wade realize their differences may have the ability to draw them together. Obviously, the writers take advantage of these physical opposites to include a litany of fire and water puns, while Pixar's groundbreaking animation team takes advantage of these elements of fire and water to use their physics to create emotions. Ember's color changes with her emotions. The flames that make up her face contort to strengthen her expressive nature. Wade's amorphous body is constantly flowing and adapting to his environment, showing his ability to acclimate to whatever situation flows his way. This kids movie does an excellent job of showing the innocence of small moments that feel humongous in a budding romance. Wade shows chivalry frequently by using his body to block water from hitting Ember, knowing it could extinguish her flame. Ember must meet Wade's family and share a dangerously uncomfortable dinner. They are fascinated by each other's body, especially their chemical reactions and the way they refract light. And finally, this movie has the most romantic hand-holding scene since literal sparks ignited between Wally and Eve back in 2008. We all know that from 1999 to 2010, each film Pixar released was considered a best of the year movie, and not just among animations, but throughout all films. Since then, Pixar has released some great stuff, but their content has been much less consistent since that first decade of dominance. Elemental definitely fits in the great stuff category with its positive portrayal of families, its message encouraging reaching for your goals, and loving your neighbor more than yourself. Though the physics doesn't always make sense, which is a major problem and it drove my kids nuts, I was swept away by the chemistry of the elements, and I think you will be as well.